Welcome back, everybody. We're on our way getting ready for set number 2 between what will be the Michael Mirror match.
Yep, between burton1337pr here, Michael Burton, and Soulseeker.
Michael Barnes.
Yeah, so if we take a look at the deck lists that the Michaels here are bringing, they have some pretty standard lists, I would say, between, let's see what burton1337pr here has. So he has a pretty standard Druid ramp deck, I would call it, since it's playing 2 Ancients of War over perhaps other threats. It's definitely more of a dedicated ramp style deck than combo, like kill you quick deck.
Absolutely. There's
but
enough
it does still have the
high-end
draws.
Yeah. Yes.
Just the fact that it's playing 2 Ancient of Wars over something else. It is also playing things like MC Tech and BGH, which a lot of the fast Druid decks, eschew. Yeah. Then he has a Patron non-OTK deck.
Non-OTK. The only difference being is that there is no difference.
Well, there is actually some serious difference here in the card choices. He's playing 2 Gnomish Inventors, 2 of which he has 2 golden Gnomish Inventors, which is something Rain doesn't.
Which makes me believe it's Priest, because I know that Michael Burton is a huge fan of the Priest, and we see that as his 3rd deck as well.
Yep. That's a good point, and it's definitely the Control Priest deck. It's playing Vol'jin, 2 Light Bombs, Confessor Paletris. I didn't even know he had that card.
He has that card. He was telling me yesterday that I asked him to put in, I believe it was Malygos I told him to put in, and he said, don't worry, let's get it off Confessor.
That's true. If you play Confessor and then Hero Power, and you get Malygos, it's like you played Malygos.
For 2 mana.
Kind of, yeah.
And taking a look at Soulseeker's decks.
Yeah, Soulseeker has a few more traditional decks in Face Hunter and Tempo Mage. Tempo Mage, notably playing like a bit more value cards, I would say.
Most notably at the end,
instead of Antonidas or Ronin.
Yeah.
Which is pretty interesting, and it's playing 1 Kirintor Mage, a card I haven't seen in a while, and I actually really like it, because a lot of draws, you get clunky hands with a Mana Worm and a Secret, but if you manage to go like turn 1 Mana Worm, turn 2 Coin Kirintor, it's pretty disgusting, honestly.
That's a very big Mana Worm, secret value, board presence. It's pretty much everything you want in a start.
Yeah.
The only reason I don't see it being so frequent is because even in Tempo Mages, there's only 3 secrets, 4 secrets maybe at most.
Well, the thing is, Soulseeker's deck is playing 4, and then it's playing a counterspell, which a lot of Secret Mage decks haven't been playing as much. Right. They've just been going for like the fast, kill you as soon as possible, style strategies, which is interesting. I personally like talking about Tempo Mage a lot because there are so many different things you can put in the deck, and it's still very effective.
Yeah. And at this point in the meta right now, it seems that there's almost no 2 Tempo decks that are alike.
Yeah, like he's playing Kel'Thuzad, which is pretty cool.
And even when you think about it, it's great on paper.
Yeah, actually, if you look at it, he's playing 2 Flame Strikes and 2 Sludge Belchers. So it's really just like he's playing a control deck almost.
A control deck that he's trying to get his value out early.
That just happens to have very quick, fast draws. He's not playing any Flame Wakers or any cheese like that. So that's good. And then he has Face Hunter, which is very, very straightforward. Whole curve, I think, is under 4. Which is pretty funny. Or at least I can't see the rest of the deck list if there's anything beyond Wolf Rider, which does not look like
I don't believe so.
And then he has a very interesting Inspire Secret Paladin deck, which I actually really like. It plays quite a few secrets. It has the Mysterious Challenger package, which I think is interesting that he includes it as a package and not just dedicating the deck to secrets, where you see some decks playing things like Secret Keeper and garbage like that.
Right.
But
he's just there for, he's going to get his value from his secrets anyway.
Yeah, it's really just
why play a lesser minion like
Secret Keeper.
Secret Keeper.
You know, you're not playing cards that are just dedicated to hitting your opponent in the face, like the Blessings, anything like that. He's just playing a good, solid mid-range Inspire deck.
Yes.
With the Mysterious Challenger package, which I think is a pretty interesting direction to go with.
It's a very interesting. I argue that that's going to be where we're going to see a lot more of these decks start to funnel after after the secret hype kind of dies down.
Because he's if you look at it, he's playing 2 Zombie Chows.
He wants to snuff out that early aggression and get his value.
Yeah, I really like it. I mean, even Zombie Chow is pretty sweet with competitive spirit.
Yeah,
just because it's a card.
Basically everything except redemption.
Yeah, with everything except redemption, I would say. Even in a Zombie Chow, taking out advantage is pretty sweet because it becomes a 5/5.
Mm-hmm. And it seems we're going to have our players getting into the match.
Mm-hmm. So we'll just take a look at that. Whenever they start. And there we go, loading in, elbowing through the crowd. So I wonder what each player will start off with. I would guess... Oh, okay. I would not have guessed you start with Tempo Mage, but I like it against the ramp deck, personally.
And maybe there was a little bit of counterplay there where he thought, well, he knows his opponent's bringing Druid, and a lot of people like to lead off with Druid because he could just win.
Yeah, exactly. It has a lot of those just beat you draws.
Yep. It's very standard to see even the pros play Druid out first, just to see what happens.
Yeah.
Notably, I would argue that's how Firebat won the championship.
Yeah, he did. He just swept with Druid.
He did sweep with Druid, but I'd argue that his Druid pick first was what won him it, because he won an unfavorable matchup with it.
Yeah. And once you get past that,
that's it.
Yeah. Or he didn't sweep with it because the deck had to go away.
No, they didn't play. They didn't play Conquest then.
Oh, okay.
You had to, once you lost, that deck was out, as opposed to now, once you win, the deck is out.
Makes a lot more sense.
Which is arguably why they changed, because
yeah, you could just
sweep with a strong deck. Soulseeker opting to coin out his Mad Scientist.
I like it when you've got the...
When you have an unstable portal, yeah.
Yeah, you got the unstable portal. The only thing is, it does get punished by Darnaxis Aspirant if Burton Pro does decide to Wrath it. Because 50% of the time you're going to get Mirror Entity. More than that in another deck, but 50% in Soulseeker's deck.
Yeah.
So, if that happens, we could see Burton Pro getting some serious value off his Darnaxis Aspirant.
Yes, but it seems he wants to get rid of that.
Yeah, so let's see what he got. And I can't check that. That's very annoying.
That's sad.
We'll find out soon enough.
We will find out soon enough.
No.
No. No one wants us to know what secret it is.
Yeah,
it's an absolute secret.
It's an absolute secret. We will get to see what comes off of this unstable portal, and it is a 1-mana 4/5 or 5/4, which I think is probably worth playing here in the face of 3 open mana.
Yeah, it's absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So
next turn, the Brewmaster should be coming out. It's not Mirror Entity, which leads me to... It could either then be Counterspell or Effigy.
Yeah, I really don't know, and I hope... I kind of hope it's Effigy, personally.
If it's Effigy, this Brewmaster is going to be a fantastic play.
Yeah. Even if it's not. Even if it's just Counterspell, Counterspell is a very good card against Druid.
Absolutely. Because the Druid's more or less weeded. After turn 3, turn 4, once you get past the swipe turn...
Yeah.
That's...
You're pretty safe to combo.
Yeah.
After that point.
Not to mention that most of the spells that are after that are incredibly high cost and high value.
Yeah, unless you are running Living Roots, which Burton Pro is not.
He's not.
He does
have
a lot of
Innervates.
Mm-hmm.
He has a single wild growth, none of which are going to come into play right now. That Shredder coming down. Just
So Shredder,
Frostbolt
I think
off
it's
the
just
top. It might be
Shredder.
met with another Shredder. I would agree with meeting it with another Shredder. Because if it is effigy, which is better? A free 5-drop or a free 4-drop and a free 2-drop?
Yeah. Well, they're both 4-drops is the thing.
Oh, that's right. You're
So
mistake.
you basically just turn your Shredder into a Mega Shredder, and you turn your Panda into also a Mega Shredder. It's pretty gross.
The worst thing that could possibly happen in this scenario, if that is effigy, is Shredder comes off of the effigy.
Yeah, I think we would just see Burton scoop.
Yeah.
I would expect. So we're gonna see solseeker represent. Oh man, that innervate is pretty huge. It was
It is
effigy.
effigy.
Oh man. What do we got?
Refreshment vendor.
Refreshment vendor, not the best card.
Not the best.
The egg
but
is also not really the best card.
yeah, we're not getting much out of that.
I think it's also time to probably innervate out this Ancient War, but we're gonna see this instead.
We see the Druid of the Claw come out instead.
Ooh, and
Kel'Thuzad being picked up.
freaking Kel'Thuzad comes out
Yes.
to play.
Does anything stop him from playing Belcher here?
Probably not. I think you also just kill the 4/6. I don't see a reason not to.
Yeah.
Like you just get the value off the Shredder now.
Yeah.
It makes your Sylvanas pretty good. Well, kind of. The thing is, like, the Sylvanas is pretty bad.
Such a Frostbolt here instead of trade the 3/5. Well, instead of only.
Thing is, I think you just run the Shredder. Like you need to get
I agree.
MC Tech. MC Tech is it's pretty sweet. I don't think you Sylvanas here.
I can't see you Sylvanasing to look for maybe that 2-drop that comes out of the Shredder.
Yeah.
I
mean, the thing is, it makes your Ancient of War really safe.
That's true.
Oh
Or
man,
does it?
the polymorph though is interesting.
Now there's a bunch of decisions to be made here about whether the polymorph comes down now, whether you hold the polymorph. Looks like he's going to do it now.
Yeah. I think it's right, but at the same time, like, how do you get through Ancient?
You don't attack it until turn 8, put down Kel'Thuzad and keep attacking it
Yeah, I
until the
guess
end
so.
of the game. It's a big beefy body in the way. Well, you could just win the game off of Unstable Portal.
You could go East Portal, play play Belcher, right?
Yeah.
You get something pretty good too.
You can Unstable first.
Oh
take
no,
a look.
but the MC Tech is going to be very good against this Kel'Thuzad.
What
Yes.
to do?
Hope you
Could
realize.
What to do?
Oh, I know. I was going to say that if he holds it, he could be in for a lot of value.
Vitality Totem, probably a pretty bad card here.
When you're winning like this, yeah.
Yeah.
It's as dead as it gets.
I'm pretty sure you just run the Refreshment Vendor in the... Like, I've played a lot of arenas with Burton Elite Pro, and
Time runs out on me.
I think I'm pretty sure I've trained him to play around MC Tech. Oh, I'm sorry. Burton Pro has the MC Tech.
Yes.
So, yeah, he knows.
He's well aware
he
that
understands
this
the
MC
value
Tech
of
is
this
coming
card.
down.
Engaging TC-130. Mental
MC Tech
dislocator.
and Direct.
Yes.
And now...
He can opt to... The silence
I
could
think
come out.
I think it's really just worth playing the Ancient of War, or playing the Druid of the Claw. Oh, that's pretty good too.
There's
So
the counter spell.
I don't think you
up.
can effectively Kel'Thuzad here.
No, I don't think so either.
I mean, well, actually, Sylvanas is pretty good here.
Sylvanas is pretty good here. And if you seal the MC Tech, expect to see some emotes coming out.
Yeah, definitely.
I
That's ebony and irony at its finest.
Sylvanas looks to be the play, and then ping the 3-1
Yeah,
and get that out of the way.
I think that's hashtag the play.
Because you're still not getting through that Ancient War.
Yeah, no, not for a while.
The Sludge Belcher coming down.
Counterspell. Oh man,
Into
Counterspell being trumped by Innervate, pretty nasty.
Time runs out on me.
At the same time, like, how are you, like, what good is this Kel'Thuzad doing?
Right now,
Absolutely
I don't
nothing.
Sylvanas Kel'Thuzad, very
like-
potent, but you
Yeah, like these cards are just really just running into,
just running into a wall.
yeah, like this Ancient of War is just so strong.
It's done everything it needed to. It
Yeah.
stood in the way. It blocked
That
out.
3-1 trading for this, is pretty gross. I think,
Yeah.
I think you just kill the, yeah, you definitely kill that.
Yeah, you kill the Puddle Stomper.
And
In
now,
retrospect, probably should protect the totem itself, but
yeah, maybe. It probably doesn't matter.
probably not.
Well, actually,
Well, no, yeah, because then the 2/3, if it survives, which as we see, it should
Yeah.
survive.
so now you kind of need to play Sylvanas, and
I have
Burton
no
Pro
time for
doesn't
games.
expect to Kel'Thuzad. You know,
You-
we could
you
be
get
in for
it
some fireworks here.
You can
but-
get some shenanigans going on.
Yeah. So now, you kind of just like need to expect some like some nonsense happening. Doctor Boom is an excellent draw because your Doctor Boom kind of just Wild Growth getting counterspelled. It's pretty much the best thing that could have happened because
Yeah.
now you get to innervate out 2 threats.
Yeah, the Loatheb could come down here as well as the Druid of the Claw. He could
Yeah.
stick for one of his 7 drops, which is also a fair play right about now.
Yeah.
Boom being the better of the two.
I mean, I think you can crash into like a lot of damage here. Is the thing. Force of
Draw.
Nature.
Double Force of
Double Force
Nature
of Nature.
coming to his hand. Huh.
Yeah. But, you know, Soulseeker is going to get to play Kel'Thuzad. Or just Flame
Or
just
Flame
Flame Strike.
Strike.
I think being able to Kel'Thuzad your Sylvanas is pretty nasty.
I agree.
It's like a million for one.
Yeah. And it gets rid of that Ancient War.
Yeah.
And you get something off of it. And you can ping. Like,
Yeah.
you are still in the life lead. You do have to be worried about Savage Roar being picked up at
Yeah.
any point.
That's true.
So now you're in a danger. Now you're playing the dangerous game of will
mean-
Savage Roar kill me?
Yeah, Flame Strike, you know, seems like a good play.
wonder.
I mean, you get to take the 4/4.
Flame
That's true.
Strike removes the entire board. Yeah.
Well, yeah, you get Flame Strike.
Well, now you don't get to take
Well,
the
yeah, now you
4/4.
don't
Now
get
you
to
have to
Runs out on me.
I think is probably worse.
probably. Goes face with
You're
it.
gonna face with that. So
Well,
we have a little response to that play, I think.
with no Savage Roar being picked up, no immediate threat to the face.
Yeah, I think you can just charge the Druid of the Claw. Like
You could even
you're not dying to top deck Fireball, are you?
Where shall I strike?
Is that really how you want to go down? Oh! Innervate Boom.
innervate boom.
Way better. Way better.
Very good here. He stands atop.
And now he pretty much just stands to win if he draws Savage Roar at any point, which there are 2 in his deck, and he's only got so many draws left, I would say 12, yeah.
12, which means 1 and 6, so I'm drawing it.
Yep.
Not to mention all the cycles built into his deck. Still, I believe he has Azure Drakes.
That's true.
And this is not the deck with his Gnomish Inventors, that would
We
be his
have
patron.
many
Yeah.
secrets.
Job done.
So, I don't know why you choose that after.
Yeah, I would have
Oh,
imagined.
Darnassus Aspirant. You cheeky shit. At the same time, can you set up lethal over the next 2 turns? Alright, I like just Force of Naturing for value.
Hovering over Force of Nature here. I do agree with it. Force of Nature wouldn't be bad here.
Oh, that's pretty much the
brutal.
nightmare case. Now, if it pops out,
Face the mana.
You're still not upset about pinging that. You don't lose health out of it.
Yeah.
That's not as threatening.
yeah, you do get to play the Darkness as Aspirant too, which is just a thing to play.
Yep.
Kind of makes me wish that decks like this would just play 1 Pyro Blocks for situations like this. Mirror Entity is a card.
It's a dead card.
It is definitely a dead card. I think you kind of just have to play the Kelthas out here, no?
Well, you can't.
Hmm?
You can't. Not with the entity going out.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, instead of playing the entity.
Yeah.
Because now you're just dead, right? Right? Force of Nature?
let's see.
Yeah, you have 10 points of burn in hand.
7.
I mean, you don't even need it.
Yeah.
You don't even need the swipe. He's like debating whether or not there's a second counterspell. There's not.
There's not.
So now he gets to live an extra turn.
Gets the extra turn.
I think you swipe first, right? Instead of Pure Powering, because you could just stand to win. But I mean, you know, there aren't too many draws that get you out. Like, you can't reliably play around the next block.
Soldiers of an obey
I don't know. Not with your opponent telling you, well played.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I mean, you could be, yeah, you could be counting on it.
You could be.
But burton13 Pro, grinding it out with this Druid deck. I liked it. That MC tech did a surprising amount of work.
Yes, it did.
Even though it stole 3-1 against a mage, it should have just gotten pinged at some point.
I'm not sure why it didn't.
Yeah, like being able to go like ping Belcher at any point. It would have just taken a lot of damage off the board. Like it got to trade for I think half of a Shredder.
Yeah, it got to trade for the first half of the Shredder, which brought out the
It was a Puddle Stomper.
the mana. Oh, it was the Puddle Stomper.
Yeah,
The mana.
that's the first one.
The Mana Addict came out later.
Alright, so we're going to be heading into game 2 of the potential 5 here. So burton13 Pro's Druid deck meets the Axe, while he's got his Control Priest deck and his
The light shall bring
Patron
victory.
Warrior deck.
You asked for
We
it.
see-
He's going for Control Priest.
We see the Control Priest come out.
Against like a
Solseeker.
tempo-y, control-ish mage. Which is interesting.
This is not a matchup we've seen recently.
No, this is a very old, like, pair of decks, I would say.
This is back towards the beginning
Yeah.
of Hearthstone's lifespan that we saw this matchup.
Yeah. So we're seeing Mana Worm on turn 1. It's pretty good.
Absolutely.
I don't think there are Shadow Word Pains for burton13 Pro. Yeah, there are no Shadow Word Pains in this deck.
What is actually, it's important to note that Burton did not threaten his opponent before he healed him.
That's true, you know.
And that could come into play later.
That is the ultimate DM, being able to do that.
Zombie
So
Chow.
now, the Zombie Chow, is it getting double powered shielded? No, it's just probably going to be...
It's
Ooh.
very likely that Mirror Entity comes down instead.
That's true, but if you just Mirror Entity,
You get
how dangerous is that? Like,
to Mirror Entity or to
like
Flame
you just
Cannon?
watched your... Like, you pretty much should Flame Cannon, in my opinion. Like, the Zombie Chow isn't very threatening, but
Shredder.
you can do this, too.
Also, this
But
is
now...
interesting. Now the circle.
Yeah, now it's circle time.
He's got
To
a pair.
quote my favorite show ever, Blue's Clues.
I'm just gonna let that one slide, and we're gonna keep moving on with this game. The Organized Circle is absolutely available.
That is true.
In my opinion, it's your best option here because you get damage, you clear the board.
You're not left with too much.
No, you're absolutely not.
Wild environment. Wow. That's a real inhibition, I would say. Pretty much prevents Soulseeker from casting spells for most of the game. If he wants his cards to live.
True. In this instance right now,
You might just trade it for
What to
the...
do?
you could
Well, you
absolutely
could-
trade it. However, you could also
You could
get
just-
the 3 damage out of it
Well, you
by
can just play a
setting up
secret.
a secret.
here.
Yeah.
And it doesn't seem he's used that.
Setting
Or
up
maybe
a,
he doesn't want a mirror entity here. Okay.
Yeah, setting up a setting up a counter spell is interesting too, but
Yeah, definitely.
a mirror entity is going to be useless for quite some time, it seems, with that kind of a hand.
Yeah. So... I think you just play the Belcher here?
I would have to imagine.
No, it's just a 5-drop.
No,
It's just a
5-drop.
You have to
What do
pressure
you
this
do?
priest step.
What better time than now?
So now...
How many fingers do you
Champion.
see?
Holy champion.
It's
Oh,
about
wow.
to be huge.
Big holy champion.
And, well,
9 health? That's pretty gross.
we do see that getting taken out by one of these 2 spells.
Yeah.
Flame Cannon or Fireball, but
Could be both. Probably not.
probably not. I would
Well, the
Definitely
thing about
expect-
Flame Cannon is... It's not very good to do that. Mostly just
What to
because...
do? What to
Then you have to
do?
run both cards into it.
yeah,
And then you also have no follow-up play.
that's true.
Um,
Fireball here would definitely take care of it. You'd probably run the Pyro in because you want to be free to play spells.
yeah, I mean... The upshot is you could play Flame Cannon, run both in, and then play a secret. It's a possibility.
It is a possibility.
At the same time, I like
Time runs out
setting
on
up
me.
counterspell so your Dr. Boom works next turn, where it's not a very good card to play against Priest most of the time. Because if you just ping here, you know, like what's actually happening?
Nothing.
Yeah, nothing. So it seems like Soulseeker takes this line, which I like a little more.
Yeah, that counter spell is gonna stop either this circle or Light of the Naru.
Oh, if it stops the Light of the Naru, that's a beating.
That's pretty big because that Light of the Naru would have given him significant strength on the board. That's unchallenged right now, even with Boom coming down.
Yeah. Well, if Boom comes down right now, it's not really the best. This Light Bomb is pretty good.
Yeah.
Light Bomb's a very efficient answer to Dr. Boom.
Job done.
Shadow Word Death.
Shadow Word Death is also a very good answer to Dr. Boom, as it turns out.
Do you still go for the Light Bomb though?
I don't think so. I think you save it for later.
Goes for the strict regular heal. Okay.
It's interesting because we don't really see too much in the terms of pressure from Burton Pro's deck, and we know there are no mind controls in his deck either.
No.
So we're going to be looking for something like Cabal. I don't think there are Shadow Madnesses either.
No, I don't believe there's any Shadow Madnesses. I believe there's
Love
a Cabal.
There are 2 Cabals. There are 2
Two
Cabals,
Cabal.
2 Justicars. There's Sylvanas and Confessor Peltris. And there's a Vol'jin as well.
There's
This
there's
upgraded
definitely
Mikhail-
not 2 Justicars.
Or yeah, this is obviously this Justicar 2 Cabals.
Yes.
So
Fireball, the one wanted. Oh wait, I can. I'm sorry,
yeah, there's
guys.
a 5/5 here. Oh well, hello.
And goodbye. That could be. Well, also Light Bomb is.
Yeah, Light Bomb
clean.
is just pretty good here.
You're not so worried about the 1/4 surviving.
Yeah, but at the same time, yeah, it is a threat. Strike.
It's damage.
It's damage, and
Double Flame Strike going to be held for quite some time.
yeah, and I mean, you know, if your opponent plays Sylvanas here and Mirror Entity, it's peculiar. I think the Death Rattle of the Boombot would go off first if you
What to do? What to do?
kill the. If you like play Alchemy and then circle.
Yes, the Boombot would go off first, giving you the chance to lose your only minion on the
Yeah.
board, and then
Is
Sylvanas would
someone
proc,
injured?
because the Boombot has been out first.
So I think you're probably in the market to just draw some cards here. Like, you don't really care that you're giving Soulseeker more cards. You know?
Yeah. Healing that Boombot would have probably led you into something important, because looking at that hand's pretty dead.
So, Soulseeker's taking a very interesting approach here. He's playing as little as he has to.
It is interesting.
Unless he plays the Sylvanas, of course. But
Well, if he does put down the Sylvanas, then we really can't be talking about being restrained here, but being very restrained on this.
yeah.
I'm not sure if it's beneficial to do this. Just in the fact that by dragging the game out, Priest is like having more time to get into its high end.
Yeah. Like Burton Pro's like curve at like top. This curve here is like very good. Like he's got Confessor Paletress, which is just such a good card.
But you know what? Now that I think about it, this
Maybe not
is
too good against things like Flame Strike. Perhaps.
true.
So,
But Soulseeker does have that Kel'Thuzad,
he does have the Kel'Thuzad, that's
so
true.
he might be looking for something along the lines of, if I'm going to win this game because this is going to be drawn out, it's going to have to come late.
Yeah. The thing I don't necessarily like about the Kel'Thuzad is like there are there's only one Shrinkmeister in Burton Pro's deck. Okay. I do like the Kel'Thuzad though. I was gonna say it can get Shrinkable. I like playing your own Sylvanas here.
Absolutely.
Like, if he gets another one, great. You know, his comes into effect first.
Embrace the
Looks
void.
This is happening. Ooh. So does he know to... Oh, no.
No, he didn't heal it first.
And he's punished for it. Interesting.
Effigy proc.
Effigy procs on
A
Grim
Grim
Patron.
Patron.
Which
Some
is...
some arena shenanigans are about to happen.
Yeah. Oh no, and we see Burton Pro missing it entirely. Not quite what was planned is what I would say. So, everyone get in here.
Everyone, get in here!
And I really like Soulseeker's approach to this game. He just doesn't have to play anything.
Yeah. And now he has... Well, he could have the patience for upwards of this next turn, a while.
Yeah, I think it's... I think it's
Just
probably
a-
more likely that it just gets light bombed out.
I would agree. I would think you get this off the table now.
Yeah. Just no nonsense.
No
Please.
nonsense.
Just say light bomb.
Like, I'm
you know.
going to clear that
If you
out.
play anything, it just dies to the light bomb anyway. And the more turns you let Soulseeker just sit on these, like, patrons, the worse it is for you.
Absolutely.
At the same time, you know,
Now Sylvanas doesn't have to worry about that light bomb.
yeah.
I'd imagine there's a second Shadow or Death
Yeah.
waiting in the wings, but
So now you get your Sylvanas as basically just a 2-for-1. Or Justicar that. That's fine. It's interesting that you play the Pyro here naked. Just opens yourself up to getting Flame Strike, which is not very good.
yeah, that's absolutely awful for you in this situation.
Yeah, I mean,
And with it being so late in the game, you have to expect that your opponent has seen Flame Strike.
well,
Maybe not necessarily
Yeah,
if
I
they're
mean,
running a
it-
single copy.
yeah, maybe not a single copy. I mean, we know that Soulseeker
We
has
know
two.
that he's seen both.
And you've seen, like, a lot of strange things out of your opponent's deck. And actually, he didn't see the Kel'Thuzad last game.
He did not.
I was,
Never came out.
That was pretty smart of him to not play it. Because he realized he was dead.
So, getting Burton Pro can be like, he's getting pretty ready.
He's in a tough spot because that's a lot of damage. Just playing that Justy card doesn't heal him up enough.
Yeah.
Like the pyro, another pyro,
like getting the pyro doesn't do anything, and
I have
now
no
he's dead to a
time for
fireball.
games.
he's dead to a fireball.
Which
He's dead.
we've seen
to,
one of. He's dead to Frostbolt too.
He is dead to Frostbolt. He's dead to. He could be dead to missiles, shenanigans. Off
There are no
right.
missiles in
That's
Solseeker.
right.
So now, the question is, do you play a Drake? I think the downside of playing Drake is just too high. Because there are two ways you can take this game. The directions are
Giving this to the mouth.
jam that. I think playing the pyro there.
I would have to agree. Well, now you play the Drake. That's
Well,
easy.
yeah,
What do you
obviously.
want? Clearing the way, getting the Drake.
Yeah, you get to
Getting the
you have
unstable
Mana Worm
portal.
and Unstable Portal. So now you need something like the Ball right now. And even that's not very good.
Field Bearer.
You shall not pass.
Time runs out on me.
You shall
It's
not
kind of just like Mirror Entity. Or Mirror Image.
Yeah.
Yeah, Image. Yeah,
Except
now you're-
better against Priest.
Yeah, that's true. So now,
This Holy Champion.
this Holy Champion
How
is
many
getting pretty holy.
colors do you see?
No, you absolutely can't play the Shrinkmeister.
You can't put that down.
Yeah, like,
Well, this Holy Champion's
I mean,
just
you-
gonna get Flame Strike.
yeah, I mean, the board's just Flame Strike now. And now, oh man. Is it time?
Well, if you're gonna win this game, might as well play it.
Yeah.
Swag out a bit.
Might as well,
soldiers of the cold dark.
Okay, so trade, and there's the value.
man, 6-8 generate 2 cards. That's the
Instant value.
Confessor Paltress off the top, though.
We could.
We could see something pretty crazy here.
I mean, it's not like he's gonna concede now without playing.
Time to
Yeah.
consider your
I mean, Deathwing could do something. Not much, but could do something.
And we get
Rag could do something.
Major
Domo! Oh man, so
Uh.
Burton Pro's just dead here. Because his Flame Strike allows him to kill the Domo.
with just the 1/3.
With
Well,
just a 2/3.
we'll be at 2/3, and
And
that's
yeah, wow.
10 damage.
What? That's... What an upset. I'm pretty sure that's actually, like, the flavor text
well put.
on Confessor Paltress. It's like, she knows your greatest fears, and, like, in this instance, your greatest fear is, like, getting Major Domo executives. It's, like, pretty funny. Well, down goes Goodman and Michael Burton's Priest.
Well, no, technically his Ragnaros deck lost.
Well, that is true. We might have to revise the rules.
No, but that's game 2.
Yeah, that is, it's game 2.
Game 2 of 5
Pretty
going.
grindy.
We're
game.
1-1.
Yeah, that's
both
only the
games.
second game. Oh wow. This is a real match, I'd say. So that strikes off
The Tempo Mage.
The Tempo Mage.
Soul Seeker.
from Solseeker, which is a pretty good deck, leaving him with Face Hunter and Secret Paladin. I would assume he goes to Paladin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Burton off to his Warrior. Having arguable good
I
matchups
will
against
fight
Hunter
with
with both.
honor.
Yeah, I think so.
The only reason I say arguable is because I don't know how Control Priest fares against it anymore.
That's true.
Because it's been so long since we've seen that matchup.
So, interesting. So really just no excellent plays from Soulseeker. I mean, you get the turn 1 Avenge, but
Yeah.
how good is that?
Job's done.
It's only better than passing.
Yeah.
It's strictly only better than just passing the turn.
Yeah.
Made to
I agree.
fit.
Murloc
And do you
Knight
just,
coming
like,
into
do you,
hand.
do you not hero power here?
Reporting for duty.
I mean, it kind of turns off your opponent's battle rage, which is pretty sweet. But
Yeah, but you also just you start feeding the warrior more armor.
it's true.
The warrior with a lot of armor is not really doing anything.
Yeah.
Aggressive mid-range control doesn't care.
Yeah. I think it's probably worth just cycling the battle rage.
Possibly. Possibly.
Like, with your hand isn't very good, and
Another
you
Murloc
would like
Knight.
to see a weapon.
That's fair.
I think you might actually just opt to just hero power again.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Let
Like, you could even play the
By-
By Spirit.
Yeah.
Like, make your opponent really sweat.
Well met.
Well, I'm not so sure about playing competitive spirit because if he does take the bait, if he does like get a read and just decides not to attack it,
Yeah. That's true.
I think that's just too high risk a play.
Yes, how do you feel about the slam? I think
I think Slam's a card that cycles right now
yeah.
and gets rid of this mid.
I don't like the slam though, just because it. Oh, okay. He's going for the inner.
It's just the inner edge.
I like it a little better.
And we,
Oh no.
and we
Oh,
see
no.
the formula for everyone's least favorite arena situation. Murloc Knight into Murloc Knight Redemption.
Yeah. This is just
And without a weapon off of the top, we see this should survive. So 2 Murloc Knights could be in play at the same time,
That's true.
independent of each other. But
We'll be seeing Unstable Ghoul, and Burton Pro seems like he wants to be getting a lot of armor.
yes,
But he's also going to be enabling his battle rage, which is more important.
Armor made to
Yes.
fit.
he's going to see a lot of armor and a lot of cards,
Yeah.
which is
Well, the thing is now, like, Soulseeker just gets to hit the button. Like, that's it. He might even just play the second Murloc Knight and play Redemption.
yeah.
Seems like a thing to do.
That's available. Attacking first to make sure that the Murloc that comes out doesn't die is available.
That's true.
And then Redemption Competitive Spirit, one of the two, any combination of the two.
Yeah, that's true as well. I like Redemption Competitive Spirit. And there's still this Avenge sitting in play too, so...
Yes. Avenge would be phenomenal off of this because you want to get rid of this Murloc Knight.
Yeah.
You do have to hero power though. And we see it come out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Reporting for duty.
What do we get? Okay.
Oh no! Nightmare. So, now... No, you you have to battle rage. Like, it's draw 2.
Yeah, I would have expected Battle Rage to come out for 2 cards and then maybe you go for this execute. I don't know. I don't know if you see it. If you see what
Oh, he didn't play the competitive spirit.
he did
Oh,
not
that's
play
a
the
big, that's a
competitive
big
spirit.
deal.
That redemption on the 1/1 is huge. That execute on the now 6/4 is huge.
Massive.
And now we could. That consecration could be it. That could be huge.
Consecration is basically the best it gets right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like,
But now how?
how do you,
you do-
how,
you do
how
get
do you plan on
through this.
winning?
How do you plan on winning now?
Because
We'd expect the consecration to come out here.
They take 2, they go up to 15, you knock them down to 14 armor. They're sitting at 36. They have so much time to, like, build up their combo. Because you've seen one Unstable Ghoul,
and you've seen one execute, basically. And then this board, and an inner range.
Right.
And I guess Slam, but Slam isn't really a card.
You see another Murloc Knight come down.
Yeah, and exposing your Murloc Knight like this is probably its best.
With the
Murloc War Leader. Oh man. Give it to me.
It's slightly harder to kill this all of a sudden, but
Yeah.
we see a second execute get picked up.
So now I really don't know what Burton Pro does here.
It's tricky, but
Let's see. It's tricky. I think you have to Battle Rage into like a weapon right now. It just like I don't see how you're like getting through this game if you don't.
what you can do is you can run the 2/4 into the 3/3,
Yeah.
go for the Battle Rage.
But you have to hit like Death Spite, or it's like pretty
Well,
dumb.
It's true, but you are also holding a Whirlwind. It's shitty.
You don't want to have to whirlwind. with
You
this
absolutely don't want to.
board. But like,
But that is only one of the 4 Whirlwind effects in the deck.
6. Well, actually 5 because Burton Pro's not Oh my god.
Yeah, it's the Whirlwind here. Basically picked up.
That was also not the most attractive one to play. Your opponent gets to slam Dr. Boom, but you are sitting at 46. Divine favor when your opponent has more cards in your hand than you do. Always good.
Boom gets played for free. Absolutely no question.
No way to punish that. Tonight, I think you just draw cards, right?
Yeah, you need to now. You need to get second patron. Not quite what he's looking for, but it's always good to have.
Yeah, take note, we've seen both executes now. So
Yes.
this Dr. Boom he's gonna be there for a while.
It's gonna be there unless it happens to get hunted.
I
don't
fairly
think there's a
certain
hunter.
no
A big game hunter in the
hunter
deck.
of big games out of Burton's sellout deck.
I
It's
am
not
happy
similar.
that he named it Sellout.
I am too, personally.
Emptying the hand,
Yikes! Draw
getting the divine
4.
favor.
It's pretty nasty. This double zombie chow though, double true silver, not the best.
Great poker hand.
It's true. Does that make it any better? I don't think you run the risk of the boombot not working there. I think you just kill them. So now, so the secrets in play are Avenge and Competitive Spirit, right? Oh man. You can just make it so that Dr. Boom lives.
What now?
So all you have to do is run the...
You hit the zombie chow.
You hit the zombie chow.
Play the Taskmaster.
You play the Taskmaster.
Well, you would play the Berserker first.
No, you don't play the Berserker.
No.
You pretty much have to play Patron here.
That's true.
I don't. Yeah, mostly because of that. Unless you're tasking your own patron, but that doesn't seem very good either. I guess it's the play. Like you just kind of have to hope that the boombots do something. But you're only making 3. You're only making 2 patrons, and the rest can die to concentration. Unless, you know. Like, all right. It's the same thing. That kills it.
Killed it.
This kills the patron. I think he's out of answers here.
Yeah. This patron.
Because you just go run zombie chow in. Consecration. Play like Knife Juggler? Or does think Burton Pro played this game way worse than he could have.
Is that another zombie chow?
Yeah, he put down the second zombie chow just for the pressure,
Yeah.
but now, like, what are your outs? Because you're facing down 20 damage. You just watched it happen. You have to, like, battle rage into something sick. Inner rage.
It's not something sick.
Yeah, I would not describe that as something sick. You've lost both armor smiths already. Your inner rage is probably another patron, honestly. There's your war song, but what is it doing? Oh man, are we playing RNG Stone, Rich?
We might be.
Put this apple on your head.
It's time to draw two with Divine Favor.
Reporting for duty.
Called it. Oof. Well, no, because he can select Divine Favor into Muster for battle.
Yeah.
Which he did. Twice. So you hit face.
Yep.
You muster. And you hope it kills him. Which is a 50-50 twice. So you win this game on the spot.
Let's move quickly.
This is probably the more conservative route.
Definitely more conservative, significantly less fun.
Yeah. So this is pretty much the hand Burton Pro wanted on like turn 6. But it looks like he's dead because there's no Deathwing in this deck. Deathwing would actually be pretty sweet right here because the zombie chow would put him to 7.
What now?
That would be a little ridiculous.
It's pretty funny.
There's no way he gets out of here with like patron shenanigans.
Yeah,
Is there?
no, it's pretty over. It's about as over as it gets.
Yeah, because he can't get rid of him. He can't get rid of the True Silver in the guy's hand. The Soulseeker stand.
Yeah, that's pretty much the important part. You can try as hard as he wants, but
And he's gonna drag it out.
yeah, he's definitely gonna
I know he doesn't play this deck that often, so he's gonna want to make as many patrons as possible.
I mean, it is Patron deck. So,
And that's game 3 being picked up by Soulseeker.
not even letting him optimize his BM for Soulseeker. But now, all Soulseeker has left is his Space Hunter deck into Burton Pro's Control Priest and Patron Warrior.
Right.
Which
The matchups.
the matchups are pretty bad there.
Okay.
Right? Because Pyromancer for the Priest deck kills everything. Kills absolutely everything.
100% destroys Face Hunter.
Yeah. Like, it doesn't need to attack, so it gets around the secrets. Yeah, it just seems like a slam dunk matchup for Burton Pro.
I'll have to stick with the patron for now.
Yeah.
Up against this Face Hunter.
Yeah. Interestingly, there are no Holy Smites in
Let the hunt begin.
There are not.
I wonder why that is.
A little odd considering he's running Vol'jin.
Yeah.
That they usually have at least one because
Yeah,
the
'cause-
value
yeah,
off
you
of
just go turn
Vol'jin,
6 Vol'jin,
Holy
your
Smite.
guy. Holy Smite it.
turn 7. It's instant removal. 2 cards.
Well, Vol'jin's a
Oh, Vol'jin
5-drop,
is a
yeah.
5-drop, my
Yeah.
bad. My mistake.
Indeed. So now, probably gonna see, yeah, turn 1 of these. Just a 2-1.
Yep. Gets put down. Needs to be put down. It's Face Hunter.
Oh yeah. Now,
The Armor Smith.
Armor Smith coming down.
Made to
Turning on that Battle Rage is pretty sweet.
The Battle Rage should be draw 2.
Yeah. Pretty much what you want it to be right now.
Put this apple on your head.
Unless some weird shenanigans happen where
Yeah, I mean,
Face
it draws
Hunter
like an
doesn't
axe.
go face.
Yeah. But he should be able to see that Battle Rage is just pretty good. which is good.
And he opts for the Battle Rage.
Yeah.
There's
Slam
the
also
Death
very
Spite.
good. You know, the Death Spite.
That's
much where you want to be.
important for the offensive pressure coming around maybe turns 4 if he wants to.
Yeah.
Can postpone it as far as turn 6 maybe.
Yeah. A lot of options here. So many, I would say. So as long as it's not Huffer right now, it's not.
To my side.
Sequenced, in my opinion, incorrectly, giving that extra piece of armor.
Well, it happens either way. Well, I guess, yeah, I see your point. So, if Burton Pro... Interesting. He's just going for the Execute here, which I think is wrong. Although I guess it makes the... No, I actually kind of like it. Okay, so he's just gonna... He's getting juggled right now.
It's time.
It's time to get wobbled.
There should be some sort of animation where they just replace the knife jugglers with, like, Gatling guns or something.
Gatling guns, yeah.
Put this apple on your
For
head.
situations where you see, like, they could write a statement where if 2 jugglers are on the field,
Yeah.
make Gatling guns.
Yeah, so in some situations it's sometimes worth playing the Leper Gnome, and sometimes it's worth hero powering. But in this case, you know, Leper Gnoming is actually also better than hero powering.
With nothing to threaten it,
Yeah.
you have to put the Leper Gnome down, because then you're looking at 4 as opposed to 2.
Yeah, your opponent's taking 7 this turn. You're gonna be taking like so much more damage. Like Eaglehorn Bow seems good, but you might as well just play the Wolf Rider.
Yeah. The Wolf Rider's
Well,
gonna be...
actually, no, you shouldn't play the Wolf Rider.
In theory, you shouldn't play the Wolf Rider, but the Wolf Rider will be dead to any Whirlwind effects at any time.
Yeah, so your opponent's taking so much damage here. 10? Disgusting.
That is 10 damage on turn 5.
Job's done.
Okay. Cracking 10. Pretty nasty. Pretty nasty stuff.
Setting up a scenario where if he draws...
Oh, okay. So that inner rage can represent a lot of life.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't see it. That inner rage could save him 3.
Maybe. But like now, you kind of have to hero power.
Yeah. It's 12 health.
I think he's done here.
Taking 10 this turn. Let's see, 5, 8.
I mean, he's taking 8, and then
8 and 3.
if he draws a beast, he's dead. Yikes! This is a
very
nightmare
dangerous.
scenario for Burton Pro.
It's hanging on the edge here.
Definitely.
Just about over.
Well, it's not ogre till it's ogre.
Of course not. But we see a lot of damage coming down. He's just too low,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
I mean, he's not so low that it's not going to come together at least a little bit, but the lack of hero powering there from Soulseeker, represents maybe a little misdamage, like the fact that the warrior has a free removal spell for that is kind of a major setback, but I think you're taking this 2 anyway. I think you might as well develop something on the board.
Yeah.
Like, you're so low. That's explosive trap since it's 100.
Yeah.
You're dead to any burn spell off the top. And double kill command
That does
is
it right now. That's it.
But, you weren't really helping your odds.
No, you aren't. And with that draw of the second kill command, Soulseeker will take the set.
Yeah.
3-1 over Burton Leap Pro.
Real shame.
Real shame that we didn't get to see that priest again.
Yeah, I was really looking forward to it, but, sometimes you just can't play around double kill command, even if
Yeah,
there
you
are no
can't.
beasts in play.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, so that about wraps up the set for Soulseeker and Burton Pro, going to Soulseeker 3-1, winning the Michael mirror match. I don't know, I think a lot of that had to do with just like slight uncomfortabilities for Burton Pro. Like he showed not the greatest
Not the greatest
like technical
understanding of his deck.
yeah. Which you know, just comes with time. But maybe Patron really wasn't the deck for him to bring this week.
Maybe, maybe not. It's hard to say.
Yeah, because I don't know. I really did like his priest deck.
His
It
priest deck
seems
was
very interesting.
without
Had a
a-
lot of just interesting moving parts going on.
Yeah. A breath of fresh air.
Definitely. I think it was.
It had potential too.
Yeah, it wasn't the first priest deck because we saw Dragon Priest last week. Correct.
Did we? I don't believe so.
No.
We saw a lot of paladin last week.
We did see a lot of
without a
paladin.
doubt. A lot of mage.
A lot of
Some
mage.
druid.
A few warriors.
A few warriors. Warlock.
Guardians.
We saw shaman last
We did
week.
see shaman.
Was the
Yeah, that was
that
the
was
outlier.
the odd one out.
That's
This
true.
week it's priest.
Yeah, I guess so. Alright, so we're
we're
going to
gonna-
take a short break and get back to you with the third match between Lighty Guy and Swag Caillou. So,
Stay tuned, and we'll be back in a short